With just one prompt, I'm going to turbocharge your experience with the Chat GPT Store and help you to find the best GPTs out there. We're going to start with my GPT, Cynthia Diamond. She's a content generation specialist, and I want to show you something very special. Want to click on the first prompt. This is the game changer. Please tell me how you can help me list all your areas of excellence. Cynthia is now going to tell me what she can and can't do and going to give me that response that's missing from so many of the other GPTs out there. Look at this great response. Tell me, oh, what she can and cannot do. And so what we're actually going to do is copy and paste this exact prompt, and we're going to use it to test some of the top prompts in the Chat GPT store. And I'm going to show you why. Let's head over to the GPT store by hitting Explore GPTs. And what you'll see is that there are a lot of problems with rises to the top. Let's just say the best one's not rising to the top. Very interesting to see that All Trails has already gotten pushed off the trending list. But Consensus, which they've kind of put their thumb on the scale by it's their top pick, probably it's sponsored, I don't know. But what we're trying to find is a prompt any good? So let's test some. The challenge with the GPT store is that if you click on a GPT, it immediately activates. There's no page kind of saying what it does. So here's Gwimar, which is the name for like a wizard's book. And it says, coding wizards, create a website for anything with a sentence, learn prompt programming, 20 plus hotkeys for coding flows. And they have a really long and hard to read website. So let's just click on it. And you can see Grimoire activates. If you click here, it will take you to their website. So I can open that in a new tab. And sometimes they've done something useful and sometimes they haven't. As you can see, this I would describe as not useful. I realize these are a bunch of their GPTs or something, but for any normal person who's not like a heavy coder, this is very confusing, right? Cogno emo tools, they're using shortening. I don't even know if this is cognitive emotional. I'm not sure. Not very useful. This is overwhelming. And obviously, this is something that's popular for coders who know a little bit more. So look at this. It says summon rubber ducky, print projects, tutorial, right? So here's what I want to do is just paste in my exact request. Please tell me you can help me list all your areas of excellence. What this is going to do is activate an explanation. So this gives me a sense of what the bot can and cannot do. So if we go back to the Explore GPT store, a lot of the GPTs that are ranking, I don't really understand what they do. Like, oh, this is your AI research assistant. And I'm not really sure what that means. It says there's 200 million academic papers. I don't know that many academic papers exist. Seems kind of high considering the population of the world, how many people went to college, how many people written papers. It seems kind of high. And what you can see is that their recommended prompts, this is pretty standard, are terrible. Does fish oil improve mood? How is that going to be useful, right? That's a single use prompt. And when I test a prompt, especially the demo prompts for GPT, if I click one and then it asks for more information, that prompt is a failure. I went over the tattoo GPT that was ranking the other day, and as soon as I clicked one of their demo prompts, it just started saying, well, what kind of tattoo do you want? I was like, well, why did I click a demo prompt if you're just going to ask me for another prompt, right? That's bad prompt engineering. So what I want is to right away know, what can you do? And how can intergroup contact reduce prejudice? That's not really useful because that doesn't tell me how good this is at citations and what it does. So let me try a different question in mind, which is, what can you do? List your areas of excellence. I'm asking it in two ways to make sure I understand what it can do. So this is very useful for me to quickly assess what a GPT can actually do. So I've seen a lot of people actually design excellent GPTs and terrible initial questions. So I don't want to judge everyone by their initial question. Here you can start to get an idea of what it can do. Now we know it uses the APA format, what it does. And if you want to go deeper, which I don't want to do, right? I'm just doing a surface level in this video. I can go deeper and say, okay, do some demo questions and go further. But right now we're just doing surface. So let's go to Explore GPTs. And an example could be, it's interesting that Scholar AI makes the same claim as Consensus does. So let's see if this is any different, because that's very strange to me. And what I'm actually going to do, yeah, let's see how different these two answers are. Let's get rid of GPT Tavern because that just confused me. So research analysis, deep dive into full task, answering specific questions on papers, exploring connected research, providing accessible links, reference management. So this one talks about Zotero as a way of referencing as opposed to APA. This is interesting to me because we're always looking for something that can write something good. And I want to see, what can you do? And I want to see how this content writer thinks. Yeah. If they can do that, that's very impressive because ChatGPT is notorious for word count problems. Just because of the way it's built like an arcade. You use tokens, and so you don't realize that a token's not worth a quarter anymore. A token's worth 28 cents or 29 cents. You don't realize what you're actually spending. A token is worth 4 characters. So a 4-letter word is 1 token. It's kind of confusing, right? It's a confusing system to use, but very hard to translate because if you look how many of these words actually have 4 tokens or 8 tokens or 12, it's always a different number. So kind of interesting to see what these can do, and it gives us a little more sense of what because the store doesn't give us the information. I happen to know these are guys I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of income stream surfers, but I don't like the icon they've chosen, and I don't like their initial prompts at all. I don't think they're very useful. It doesn't mean that this isn't gonna be a good GPT. I have high hopes for them because some of their SEO processes, which I don't cover a lot because they do it so well, but these are one of the groups that I follow, are very, very interesting what they're doing on their YouTube channel. But I wanna see what this bot actually does the way they've designed it, and this gives me a sense of what can you do? Because for a lot of people, the idea income stream surfer is kind of a weird name, and what is SEO content writer, right? So keyword research, interesting. Content strategy development, internal linking strategy, unique and engaging content creation, use of headers and structured content. This is a bot that I'm probably going to play around with because what it's talking about or something's very interesting, and I'm very interested in burstiness. It's one of the keywords that I use to pass AI detectors, so I'm interested in seeing that. But the important thing is that by using this one powerful prompt, we can save a ton of time and find out exactly what a GPT does because they don't have a page for each GPT with instructions, right? They have a one sentence description. You click on it, you're already in there. And a lot of these GPTs don't have an explanation in the back end. So this should really help you guys. And of course, you can get access to Cynthia Diamond for free right below this video. And you can get a free copy of my bestseller, Chat GPT Profits, right below this video. You're more than welcome to go on Amazon and buy it. Dozens of people do every single day. That's why it stayed on the bestseller list for so long. But I'm happy to give it away to thank you for spending time with me. Hope you find this video useful. Please let me know by throwing a thumbs up in the comments below. It means a lot to me. I do read every single comment. I try to respond to every single comment. It does mean a lot and it helps me to grow on my different channels. So if this is useful, please try it out right now to see if this helps you a little easier to dive into the GPT store, which I know could be overwhelming, and it should be overwhelming because there are so many GPTs, thousands and thousands. This should help you figure out what they can actually do without spending too much time. Hopefully this is helpful. I'll see you guys in the next video.